Guys, we're live.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Hey, guys, welcome back to another episode. I guess this might be a weekly thing, for at least for a little bit. I'm kind of liking it.
You haven't come up with a name, have you?
I don't know.
Because I was actually workshopping names because I thought you didn't.
I
And
100% didn't.
And it was like, well, you talk about Dragon Ball a lot. Well, something inside that only Dragon Ball fans would know. Got it. I got the perfect name. Call ourselves the Zenkai Boost Podcast.
Fuck. The Zenkai Boost Podcast.
And it was like, yeah, that sounds perfect. It's amazing. People, Dragon Ball fans would know. It's a perfect idea.
But I
did not know it existed. I did not know it existed.
But George, I've only watched the Funimation dub. What's Zenkai Boost?
Oh my god. Anyway.
We'll
More on that later.
We'll try a new name every week. We'll see what sticks. Yeah, so this time, actually, ironically, we're not talking primarily about Dragon Ball.
Already broke on one rule. Okay. So, what are we talking about today?
I thought it would be fun or funny to do something we did at a convention a long time ago. And we're going to compare my anime lists. And I guess it's kind of like Annie Charter. There's like 5 of them. There's like 4 or 5 big ones now.
I didn't know AniChart did one.
It's something like it, yeah. But I think... I don't know what the most popular one is. I think it's AniChart, but I'm not sure. Because I know My Anime List try to do what AniChart does now. Now they have their whole seasonal thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I remember playing around with My Anime List like years ago. Like
My Anime List or AniChart?
My Anime List.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that's why my account's been around for so long.
Yeah, actually, I only knew about it because I met you guys. Actually, you guys, I saw you guys.
Yeah, we would always talk about it a lot.
Yeah. It's such good fun and discussions, and no one ever gets your feelings hurt, and we always are
agree.
in harmony.
Yeah.
Harmony. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
because we all know the best Dragon Ball Super movie or Dragon Ball movie is. See, it's already great.
Yeah, Dead Zone.
I don't even know what I gave Dead Zone. So I
don't think Dead Zone's on my list.
So for context, I haven't updated now, and I think I do it periodically, maybe like once or twice a year. But I actually haven't gone back and
more than me.
Looked at all of my list in a while. So some of these things are going to be surprising. I doubt we'll get through everything in one podcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
so what we did was we took a look at everything. There's a way you can actually add. Not only can you add friends on My Anime List, but you can actually compare and contrast lists.
Yes.
And they actually give you a pseudo spreadsheet. So we turned it into an actual spreadsheet, and so we can actually we got a list of only the shows that we both documented, which you said you only updated like maybe 1 or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Mine has been longer because between the two of us, the My Anime List found 97 matches.
yeah, we
know that is a lie.
we've seen a lot more than 98 matches.
But I'm just bad at like keeping it updated. So we can just take a look at that, and then we'll just run into things as like, oh yeah, remember that? And it's like, oh yeah, I should add that to the list.
And honestly, since Dead Zone isn't on the list, if we get to Dragon Ball, which we probably should, it's in alphabetical order, so we should get to the Dragon Ball movies. Just tell me what you would give it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, work in progress, but let's let's see what we got here.
All right.
So the first one, oh yeah. So you haven't.
Right away, there's a problem here.
So the very first one, 91 Days. So I guess it has a dash because he's currently watching it, but hasn't finished. And the list
currently watching it.
Currently watching it.
It's on my currently watching list. However, again, I don't
No, George,
very often.
you remember what's happening, right? What's the main character's name? It's fine, I don't remember either. But, but it's an 8. That's all that matters.
I know I didn't finish it. I know I didn't get far. Actually, you know what? I don't know.
If you started it?
I did.
Okay.
I know I did. I had witnesses. I can't tell you who those witnesses are because I don't remember them.
Then those are good witnesses, George.
But no, I want to say we actually started in club, like our old anime club back in the day.
We all went to ASU together, and we had an anime club every Thursday night. So we'd always watch about 3 hours of anime together. And I'm trying to remember if we started it in club. I don't remember.
I want to say we did, but I honestly don't remember. But I just know I saw it. It looked cool, and it was one of the many anime. It was just like I will watch this later, and I didn't.
Gotcha. I think it was 2014 actually.
Hell if I know.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then
I'm not gonna try it.
But we'll go on to the next one then.
I guess we have to. Yeah. What's next? You hit right. You
Yeah,
didn't hit down.
that's funny. All right, let's keep him down for a bit. Shit.
What? Why?
Shit.
No.
Shit.
Ah.
Shit. Going up. I can't go up too much though. Oh my god. Excel World.
I don't think that was next.
Was it not?
Oh crap! It was next.
God damn it! Now let's keep going down again.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Let's do it. One
at a time.
Yep.
Yeah. Take your time. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Excel World.
Excel World. Boy. All right.
Another one, George.
So.
How far did you get?
Further than you think. Probably not as much as you hoped. Again, I need to update this because I dropped Excel World.
See, you know what's really funny? Part of me thinks I dropped it before I understood, because I made this list when I watched Excel World the same season I was making this list. Part of me thinks I didn't know what dropped was, because I do not remember this ending. I think I dropped it like episode 19. I really do. So I think this should probably be under dropped for me. I gave it a 4.
I could tell you the exact thing that happened when I dropped it.
I don't remember the name character, it's names.
Silvercrow. That was his online thing.
All right.
Yeah. And then the main, I don't remember the main girl name. I don't remember his best friend's name, and I don't remember the other girl that he liked's name. But the last episode I saw was they were going against like this big. Well, he wasn't big bad, but he was just like a jerk, and he was fighting. And I don't know if he was blackmailing one of the other characters or whatever. And they were about to beat him, but then like his best friend's girl, who's also the girl that he kind of liked, but not really, because now this new girl's here, was helping the one they were trying to kill. Like she healed him, and then the episode ended, and it's just like, boy, I don't care. And I just stopped.
Wasn't this the same season that Sword Art came out?
I want to say it was a season after.
Maybe that's why. Oh, you know what? No. Okay, I remember this. This is under my dropped. I think this is actually.
It is under your dropped.
Yeah, okay. I think it's actually.
I don't score a lot of my dropped shows.
Okay, I think that's actually what it is. I think I remember thinking Sword Art is just better.
Yeah.
And I dropped it.
Yeah.
I think that's that. Because, I mean, same kind of thing. He goes into the digital world. I mean, it's not great. It's not good. Don't watch it. Honestly, like, can you recommend this?
Well, no.
Exactly.
My whole thing is, whenever it comes to dropped anime, it's so bad, it's not worth a score for me. That's usually how I give it.
I know. I need the ratio to go down. I need everyone to know that this show is garbage, and I want to be part of the thing that helps the score go down.
Okay.
No. I need the world to know. Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
I'll know zero.
Okay. So
Season
finally, one we both
okay.
have.
This is only season 1, so this is bad because it's not telling you what to do. There's no way we both gave all of I'll Know Zero and 9 and 8.
Well, because I didn't finish all of I'll Know Zero.
Oh, you didn't do part 2?
No, because at first you guys told me
right.
You told me do not, so I didn't.
Okay, so my anime list.
At the same time, I'm sorry, but at the same time, it had a decent ending. So when I heard it had a season 2,
yeah.
Rather, when I remembered it had a season 2, because I watched it long after you told me don't even look at season 2.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I still want to watch season 1, so I watched season 1, and it was so good I gave it an 8. And then I was told never go past season 1.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't bother. But then you guys all turned on your words, and you said you gotta see episode 1 of season 2. And you showed me episode 1 of season 2. People died, okay? And I won't say who, but like throughout this show, people were being killed.
It was great.
And then they all came back.
like I'll Know Zero. I mean, it's the only mech show that I could say I genuinely really love, which is why I gave it a 9. I don't give a lot of things 9s, and I only give very few things 10s. Like, they have literally 10 10s on my anime list out of hundreds of shows I've seen. So, like, the fact that this mech show did such a good job of the character, the world building, the lore, and the cliffhanger, there's, like, 4 main characters. And, yeah, all of them who were in this room that I think, like, 2 or 3 of them got shot. And we're like, oh, my God, those were headshots.
Yeah.
And then, see episode 1 of season 2, they're just all back. Oh, God, the robotic eye.
So it actually reminds me of, I didn't see the whole movie, but I saw some guy talk about all of them. It was the Resident Evil movies.
Yeah.
and there was literally one of the movies where everyone who died in Resident Evil 1 comes back. That's like, wait, huh?
But I think here's my difference with something like that. I expect those movies to be bad. I expect Resident Evil movies. I'm gonna go in the theater and laugh because it's like the Fast Five of the zombie franchise, but bad. But like actually not even good.
To be fair, the time frame between the first Resident Evil movie and this Resident Evil movie was, I think there was like 4 or 5 movies in between. Whereas Alden Zero Season 1 and then Season 2 where it does this. Yeah, even so, we're talking about all the bad things about Season 2. We're not even talking about Season 1.
That's funny. To be fair, it's one of those things. Remember a while ago I asked you. I told you there's some shows that once something bad happens after, it kind of ruins the whole thing. Mm-hmm. This is a great example of what I mean because like you said, we're not talking about anything about Season 1. Yeah, we're just talking about the bad taste of Season 2 left.
Which is funny because I've only seen that one episode. I haven't seen any more.
What's really funny? I think it's next Season 2.
Did I score it? Check it.
Oh, well, let's see. Damn. No.
Angel Beats.
Hey guys, speaking of Angel Beats, let's talk about Angel Beats. Angel Beats is overrated.
Wow, overrated?
Everyone everyone thinks like this show's like the next coming of like quality. It's fine. It's just fine. It has really good moments.
Angel Beats came out over 10 years ago. So
yes.
It's not the next coming.
I mean, back then, for what it was back then.
But
because all of you guys recommended me this show.
Yeah. And I also recommended Your Stone Sora.
Actually, you know the funny thing about that, because I doubt we're going to get to that, because that's a why. I'm pretty sure I rated that show higher than Angel Beats.
That is hilarious. But no, I really liked Angel Beats. I thought it was so. It does because I think it's key. I think it's a key story, right?
Which part?
All of it. I think it was written by like that one guy who does
key story. I thought you meant like, is there something key?
No. The creator Key created this.
I don't know.
Because I think it's not necessarily in the same like.
It kind of looks like the same animation actually.
I don't know. I don't know, but it was one. This is the first Key anime. Well, how'd you know it's the only Key anime I actually finished?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because I keep being told you gotta read those. You gotta watch or read all of those stories. They will make you cry, and it's like I just never did. Wow, it's been so long.
Yeah,
I still haven't gotten to it. However, Angel Beats, I didn't cry, but at the very end, it was just like, wow, I'm feeling emotions.
I won't lie. I've never once cried from an anime. Except a tear came out for Angel Beats. I'm not gonna lie. Yes.
Okay.
Oganashi Story. Okay. So pretty much, I mean, I'm not gonna go through the premise of all these shows because that would take way too long. But I mean,
you mean the scene where they all stood with him in solidarity?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, the premise of Angel Beats. Actually, I can't even say the premise. I think that's a spoiler later even. So, just
the premise. As long as you don't get too deep into it, it's about everyone wakes up in the school. And they don't know really what's going on. Well, Otonashi wakes up in school. He doesn't quite know what's going on. And he meets a bunch of other students, and they're all armed to the teeth.
We got a comment. Oh, sorry, real quick.
Oh, okay.
It says, if you take Angel Beats' 10 and remove the 0, you get Yosuke
but if you multiply it again by 10, you get the true score.
Yes, and then just subtract 5.
Oh man!
But yeah, Angel Beats is a decent show. Like I think for me, it was just overhyped.
It's a slice of life with guns, then it just takes a turn.
And a concert.
Yeah, and Immortals because they all can't die.
Yeah, it's a weird show.
It goes in there. It's hard. It's really hard to explain it without spoiling it. But you could kind of. Hopefully, that's enough to get people who don't know Angel Beats to start Angel Beats.
I'm not gonna say I recommend it, but I don't think it's the worst show you can watch. 7. I know. That's all I got.
So are you saying...
I don't think it's a bad show. It's a good show. I personally... That's more of an objective score, I guess I should say. There's some scores that are more... I don't know.
Okay, wait. I think we need to establish something then. How do you typically rank your My Anime lists?
99... I would say 90% of my scores are all objective. If... Like, Dragon Ball Z I know what Dragon Ball Z is. And I'm sure everyone knows what I know it is. I have a channel about Dragon Ball. That is a subjective score, and I get that.
We might have a problem because all of my scores are just how I feel. Not even objectivity. It's mostly how I feel.
I think that's actually going to make this great. Let's look to the next one.
Okay. What is the next one?
Another.
You gave it an 8?
I liked Another.
You liked it that much?
I liked it more than Angel Beats. So Another is a fun show.
Yes, it is.
So, I mean, it's Final Destination, the anime, in the 90s where they don't have cell phones. Because cell phones
there was
solved
one Final Destination about that.
Like, this show, I thought was fun. It was gory. It was good. It wasn't too... I mean, not saying it wasn't overly gory because it was, but it was more... the animation felt more realistic. I should say, like, they went for more realistic vibe. There's not a lot of anime faces. Their eyes... It shows animated really well. The gore is animated really well. I think the characters are pretty good. Like, everything about this show, I can't say I didn't like anything about it, but if you don't like gore, if you don't like horror, if you don't like Final Destination, it's not for you. I kind of like those things, so I kind of like this show.
I liked all those things. The show's goofy as hell.
So, you know what? I think...
it was a fun romp, but in the end, it was just kind of...
So, you know what's funny? I think...
How many times have you watched Another?
Twice.
I've only seen it once. The one time.
Yeah, so I've seen it twice. Well, I just have...
Most shows that I give a 7, I have watched at least a couple times.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I would say this, just so we are on the same page of our scoring system, the way I see scores, because I mean, we might get to one soon, a 5 to me is not bad. A 5 to me is literally average. So, like, if someone says it's a 5 out of 10, no, that just means I think it's average. There's nothing amazing about it, but it's not...
middle of the road.
Yes.
A 6 to me is, I don't hate it.
Yeah, slightly above average. So, 8 to me is great. I do think it's great for that genre, so I do like it. But yeah, another Final Destination anime. Not bad.
No, I liked it, but it just wasn't that breathtaking. However, the one scene I'll never forget...
The umbrella?
Not even that. I remember this scene more. Is they were all like in a field trip, and then out of nowhere someone gets struck by lightning. You just see bam, and he just falls over dead.
See, that's Final Destination right there.
B got an HK. You gave it a 9.
This is easily one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. I love B got an HK.
It's a really funny show. It's about a girl
who just wants to get laid.
More than that, she aspires to be the school's #1 slut. Her goal is to have 100 sex friends
by the end of high school.
She can't even look one guy in the eye without getting flustered.
Yeah, so like there's one guy that wants to have sex with a girl, but when
he doesn't. He actually genuinely likes her.
Yeah, I know, but
she just wants to use.
You don't remember his penis talking the whole? Remember that out of context? That makes no sense.
No, it's anime. I think it makes perfect sense.
I mean, basically. When she gets down to it, she gets so flustered, she's not able to do the deed, but the whole time she's trying to psych herself up to reach her goal. It's a funny show. It's a slice of life, funny, stupid comedy that, I mean, I don't really know how to describe, but
that's just what it is. Yeah. A girl really wants to become known as the school's #1 slut, and she is determined to sleep with this one guy first before she starts looking around. Because, you know, that's what kind of harlot would look around at multiple guys at once. And then antics ensue. Yeah. And the funniest thing about this show was she's trying so hard to, like, just get this one guy to be, like, the first guy she sleeps with. Meanwhile, her sister keeps bringing home different guys every day, and she's, like, 3 years younger than her.
Oh, God. The show's so great.
The show's hilarious, but at the same time, it wasn't anything... You know what it is? I think I just didn't like the ending. Because she never did it!
Wait for season 2.
I am. And I've been waiting.
Yeah, we'll never get season 2. But yeah, no, I mean, I like the show a lot. There's a lot of...
This is one of those things where it's just like, the show can never end. Because then, what more is there left to do?
I think for me is I've reconciled with the fact that most anime just won't have a satisfying ending because half of them are either waiting for season 2, the manga's on hold, the light novels whatever, or the artist is sick. Like,
I wonder if there is a manga for B got a HK. I'm gonna look it up right now.
I'd be very surprised. Manga or light novel. I'd be surprised if there wasn't one or the other.
B got a HK. Oh, that's if for you dub fans. It's Yamada's first time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
manga.
There's like an inside joke with like a word, like how B got HK is like presented like.
Oh wow, it's a 4-panel manga,
Oh really?
and it did end.
Oh, we
9
never got.
volumes. I'm going to read it later, and maybe that'll change my score.
All right. Next one.
Something we agree on.
Bakemonogatari. Season 1, I'm assuming. Okay, yeah.
It's gotta be season 1, yeah.
So, my friend had me watch every single Monogatari. And
Even I haven't done that.
Huh?
Even I haven't done that.
I haven't. So the deal was Hunter for every single Monogatari, and I didn't finish, and he told me it was fine to stop because it just wasn't. It wasn't a show for me, but it's a show that I definitely recognize as quality. The animation is top notch.
Shaft.
Yeah, they do coloring really well. The storytelling's really well. It's really unique. I don't even know what is the genre of fucking Bakemonogatari.
So I remember looking this up way back in the day, and I don't know how much of it is true, but it is harem.
Yes.
It is horror.
Okay.
It is battle.
Yeah.
Shonen.
Shonen. I'm not sure. No, it can't be shit. No, the monkey girl grabbed the guy by his intestines and started swinging him around.
Yeah, she did. That's my favorite character right there. Not even joking.
I don't know how to recommend Bakemonogatari to anyone, but the thing is, there's so much of it because I'm sure we're going to see more of it.
Okay, well, the actual story of the thing is, it's various people get possessed by different spirits, and it's up to the main character to try and appease the spirits so that they can stop being haunted.
Yeah.
And it's just person of the week.
Yeah.
Spirit of the week.
Yeah, pretty much. And they break down the shows into some of the shows are just like OVAs. Like there's 4-episode OVAs about this girl, 4-episode OVAs about this girl.
Well, that's because Monogatari just exploded after the original one.
Yeah.
Because Bakemonogatari, I think, is the third story.
Canonically? Yes. I don't know.
I think it starts with Kizumonogatari.
You mean chronologically?
I think in order of release.
Oh, I thought it was the first one.
I don't know if it's the first one, but chronologically,
it's like third.
It's like the third one. Yeah. Because he deals with the cat and the cat and the vampire. Well, the first was the vampire.
Yeah.
Then it was the cat. And then it was the crab. And then that's where Bakemonogatari starts.
Then
there's also Misa Monogatari and all the whatever. And eventually they said we're just going to do them all. So later on they just become Monogatari.
I think if anyone is curious about the show, I would say either start with Bakemonogatari or start with one of the first 3 movies that have to do with Shino the vampire. Because chronologically is the first one.
True, but I would actually say absolutely just start with Bakemonogatari because it's gonna definitely tell you how the story is going to be told across everything else. And if you like Bakemonogatari, then you're clear to really go to wherever you want.
Yeah.
Because one of the reasons what's stopping me from finishing it now is I don't know what order I want to go in. Do I want to go in release or do I actually want to go chronologically?
I think release.
I feel like there's a benefit to do either one.
Yeah. For me, I've always felt like release is the safest. It's like, if I want to watch Star Wars at episode 1 and start that way, would you recommend that to anyone? That's kind of how I see it.
See, here's the thing. I've known people who have done it.
For the first time?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's weird. It is weird, because in some aspects it's just like, oh, well, that's interesting. So you watched all of New Hope and Empire already knowing the big twist in Empire. But honestly, that's exactly how I feel about Fate.
I guess...
I would personally never recommend Fate Zero first, but... objectively, it's the best place to start.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine. Then again, I did watch episode 2 of Star Wars first. Maybe that's why that's why it took me 15 years to like Star Wars.
You started with the best one, and yeah, you can be confused. But go on.
I said 2.
Oh, 2! I thought you meant Empire. 2. Oh, no. Berserk. Which one is this?
This is the anime.
Which one?
This is the CG one.
Are you sure?
Because I've never seen the original.
But I don't think I've finished the CG one.
Well, here's the thing. That means you either dropped it and scored it. No, it means you dropped it and scored it.
But I wouldn't drop something and score it in 8.
Then that means you finished it.
But which one?
No. This I'm
going to look from on mine just for clarity.
Okay, but I am positive.
Because there's Berserk, and I know the movies are different, but there's the 2016 Berserk. And then it got a season 2, but there's also 1997 Berserk.
That's what I'm saying. I've never seen 1997. I know I didn't score it.
And okay, that explains it. Okay,
yeah.
So this has to be 2016 Berserk then.
Yes.
Okay, and in 8.
That's high.
That's right.
The fuck?
Yeah.
I thought I was the biggest advocate for that.
The first one.
I know. I thought I was the biggest advocate for that show, and I thought that season was fine.
Sword go burr.
Huh?
The sword just went bang. It had that awesome metallic clang.
I
loved
guess.
it.
I just really wish this was drawn.
After several years of just watching the new movies that came out in like that started in 2010 and didn't finish till like 2015 or so, reading Berserk and even watching the 1997 Berserk, it's nice to see Berserk animated outside of the Golden Age. And
Yeah.
I think I might have just been happy about that. That being said, I do not remember this anime.
Yeah, it's really.
So I must have really liked it. The only thing I remember is the sword noises, and like it just obliterates it.
I remember the
But,
donkey trying to
man.
rape that girl. That's all I remember.
What's that one?
Yeah, I think that was like episode like 2 or 3.
Because I remember that arc in the manga. I don't remember it
Yeah,
animated.
they skipped a few things. They skipped one arc in the manga from the anime.
We got a new comment. What does it say?
It says, "We're at B. How long does it take to get to Yu Yu Hakusho?" Well,
Well, we can speed along through some of these. Do you have
Yeah.
any more for Berserk?
I do not. So let's
Because
see.
I remember watching a lot of the Golden Age like on repeat. over
Actually,
and
Golden
over
Age
and
should
over.
be on here too.
It will be
Yeah.
several times.
So let's
But-
so let's go to the next one then,
Actually, you know what? It'll probably be next.
or part season 2. Nope, this is
The first movie. It's a little
Oh, I know.
gauged. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say we gave it a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first movie. The
Yes,
first movie.
the first movie is fantastic.
Yes.
I think
Well, that one is CG. So what's the problem?
I think you know the difference. I think because the way they did, I actually don't know what anime studio did this one, but the way they did their CG
either.
style is that they did drawing and CG. It's almost kind of like what what's it called, UFO Table does, but they did this one in a.
It's more CG than drawing, but yeah,
It's more.
I get what you're trying to say.
It's more CG, but there's so much drawn parts of it, and the CG really happens in a lot of the fighting scenes.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, you really only know it's CG when the camera moves a lot. Almost like in the actually all of the Dragon Ball Super movies, Dragon Ball Battle of the Gods, Resurrection F, and Broly.
They all use CG.
They
at some
use
point.
CG once the battle gets intense, but for
Yeah,
normal
'cause
parts,
it's just easier.
yeah, but for normal parts, it's actually animated nice. But this Berserk is a great show, great movie.
Fantastic movie.
It's not for kids. Brace yourself.
No, not for children. You're gonna have to go. Again.
All right. Ah, crap. I have to do the thing again.
Oh, because you were hot
Yeah.
last time.
Yep.
Movie
Part
2, also a 9.
I think number 3 I'm going to give an 8. I remember this is my favorite one. I think part 2 that's the one, the 100-Man Battle in the Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is.
I was really happy because I remember reading that
Yeah.
before the movie came out, and it's just like, this man's can't be beaten. He's
These movies got me into Berserk.
You asked me a couple times now, who's my favorite shonen protagonist, and I honestly still think it's Goku because I don't feel like Berserk's a shonen,
It's not.
but goddamn, Guts is amazing.
Guts. I like Guts a lot. He
good.
gets a little too one-dimensional for me, to be honest, because I think this era of Guts, I think, is amazing.
Yeah.
I do think that going forward, he becomes he gets too one-dimensional for me to call my top 5, but I could understand anyone's rationale for that.
Mm-hmm. And the next one's got to be the movie 3. Yep, and we both gave it a 9.
Oh,
was great.
was that movie 3? Sorry.
Yeah, that was
about
movie 3.
Oh,
But it's fine. We got the same thing. All right, Sailor Moon Crystal.
It's average.
I never finished it.
Oh.
That was the one that was coming out like every other month.
Yes.
And I had to keep being reminded by a mutual friend that the next episode was out. And there was a while I moved away, so I wasn't getting those reminders. So I stopped watching.
This show, I know I dropped this. I know I didn't finish Sailor Moon Crystal because, again, it took so long.
A lot of people hate it.
Really?
Yeah. Like, fans of the original ones, they don't like it.
I thought this was a faithful adaptation.
It is. They don't like it.
That is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say about Sailor Moon Crystal. I mean, I've seen the original. I thought it was fun because it came on right before Dragon Ball Z.
People actually prefer the original because while there's so much filler and doesn't completely follow the manga, they feel like Usagi's a stronger character.
Interesting.
Or Serena's a stronger character. What do you go by? Serena or Usagi?
Serena.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I do too.
That's correct. That's actually correct. All right, let's see.
Black Lagoon. Yeah, Black Lagoon.
So I binged Black Lagoon in like 2 days. I think Ruben.
I watch it like every other year.
I think my friend gave it to me as a deal. We had a lot of deals going back and forth. I think for him watching Yu, he gave me like a plethora of shows, and I think Black Lagoon was one of them. I binged Black Lagoon. Like so I know I finished it within like 2 or 3 days. It was amazing.
Black Lagoon.
I felt like I couldn't believe what I was missing.
That was actually one of the first anime I watched in when I first got to college.
Interesting.
Because a friend of mine would tell me about like, this is totally up your alley, and he was freaking right. It was so good, and it's like, I wish this was on Toonami. This feels like, or at least Adult Swim. This has Adult Swim all over it. But it's so good. I love it. And
it's
we both give it
show.
an 8.
Yeah.
Did you ever finish Roberta's Blood Trail?
Oh, is that the OVA for the
yeah, it's like a very special set of OVAs that came out afterwards.
Yeah, no, I didn't finish it.
For some reason, I don't know if I was trying to collect the Blu-rays for those because I had gotten my hands on the first one, but I don't even have it anymore. I should just finish those. I got halfway through. It's about like one of the characters just goes on another thing, and we just get more Black Lagoon.
I remember I wanted to, but I think I was just trying to get through. I don't remember why.
I want to get back into not back. I want to get into the manga because the manga's still going.
For Black Lagoon?
It's still going.
Jesus fucking Christ. Is it quarterly?
At least, I think.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like,
it has to
he just makes it when he's done. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's one of those things.
Alright.
Yeah.
So let's see. Oh, what's the next one we were on too? Season 2. Okay, that's why.
Okay. Yeah. I binged it all. Alright, Black Rock
You gave this... Okay, so,
I did?
Okay, so Black Rock Shooter. Now let's remember, there's a new one that came out recently. This is the first one. Yeah, I think there's a new anime that came out for Black Rock Shooter like a season or 2 ago.
Is it good?
I don't know, but I wasn't going to watch because I gave the first one a 5.
I don't know.
And honestly, a 5 is high because I can't think of a single thing I thought okay about. Because I think this was like 4 or 5. I think it was like 5 or 6 episodes, wasn't it? This show came out.
I don't know why I gave this a
24.
7 for 2 reasons. One,
the art.
No, I like the art actually.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you give it
why we'll give it a 7? Well, okay, yeah, probably the art. 2, my favorite character. Do you remember who your favorite character is in Black Rock Shooter?
I don't remember the show. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I know I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember. I can't tell you a single thing that happened.
So you guys make fun of me for this a lot. You know my type, right? Like, usually in fighting games.
Yeah.
The punchy characters.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the gauntlets.
Yeah. So Strength is my favorite.
Yeah.
she was really cool. And that one episode where she actually did shit, it was just like, this is what I was waiting for. I don't remember the show.
Yeah, neither do I.
I don't remember it. I don't know why I gave it a 7, but it must have been for her at least.
That's an emotional score. Yo, she's cool, 7.
All these scores are emotional, yes. Move on. Blade
and Soul. What's Blade and Soul? Holy shit! That's the one about the game that came out. I forgot. God, that show looks so pretty. It was so bad. I forgot about this.
You finished it.
No, I dropped it.
But you still scored it.
Again, they have to know it's bad. You don't have to finish a show to score something, in my opinion.
I definitely do.
I normally have to give it like 4 episodes in though, so I know like what's going on. Because
here's the thing: I know I gave it more than 4 episodes, and I just couldn't.
So normally if I'm going to score something, I've given it like a third of the show, and I know the show is 12 episodes. So if I've given it a third of the show and it's not doing it for me, personally, I know everyone's divisive about this one.
I just remember the main character, and I just remember maybe she
so
be better
bland and
she
so
wasn't.
flat. No, this character's bad. This show's bad.
Move on. Oh, we got one.
The new
Black Rock Shooter is on Disney fucking Plus. Oh, but it's better.
Okay. Interesting.
I'll look at it later.
I won't. Very honest with you, I will not.
All right, My Hero. Do you call it Boku no Hero or My Hero?
It sounds too much like Boku no Pico, so I say My Hero.
I call it Boku Macadamia Nuts.
Oh, God. This is season 1, and I honestly think this... I didn't know I wanted to give it a 6.5, and so with Mal,
do you typically round up or down?
I usually round up. I almost always round up. If I round down, it's because I absolutely cannot stand the score being higher. I know there's only like 4 or 5 of those on this list.
Okay.
So I know this show's like a 6.5 to me, season 1. I think season 1 to me has a decent start and a decent premise, but I think everything outside of the All Might fight at the end is just decent. I don't think there's anything with it that resonates with me, though, why I would give it like an 8.
I liked all the characters and all the designs and how they're all more or less representing like different comic book genres, styles, and artists. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was really cool. I did really like the final fight at the end.
You see, you didn't?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. No, I really did. Really did. I just like My Hero, and I think at this point when I ranked it, I didn't really think of the idea of it was going to get more.
No, okay.
So that's probably why I rank it. I don't typically rank shows like long running shonen shows because I usually wait until I watch the whole thing, or I just end up not watching the whole thing.
Well, I think the difference with new shows now, because it's very rare that you get the Pokemons, the One Pieces, and the Naruto's that go on forever.
I think that's for the better though.
No, it is for the better. Like newer shows, Demon Slayer, My Hero, newer shonens are doing 12 or 24 episodes, then going away and not doing filler, and then coming back a year later. So Mal just does it by season, as opposed to Naruto that does it as a giant cluster.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. All right, so next season's probably season 2. Yeah.
Okay, we both give it an 8. Oh, I did rank the other seasons then. Okay.
Yeah, so season 2 was really good. That's the one with the tournament and I think Stain.
Yeah, Stain.
Yeah, so
he's a Todd McFarlane character, like literally. Like, look, the way his headband is drawn, it's totally Todd McFarlane.
I didn't think about that.
No, it totally is, and that's why I like My Hero so much. Like, we were all hanging out and we met this new guy, and he was asking me like, because he hates My Hero, and he looked at me dead in the eyes like, why do you like My Hero? And it was like, I really just like all the different character representations for it. Like, it just shows you different aspects of comic books. That's my favorite thing about My Hero.
Interesting.
Honestly, the powers come second, but the powers are still really cool.
I think for me, my favorite thing about My Hero... Actually, when we get to the season, we'll talk about it. I'm not sure...
I don't know if it'll be on here.
Yeah, I know. When we get to the last My Hero, I'll say what I want to say.
Okay, what is it next?
Season...
That's Boku Friends.
All right, so we both stopped at season 2 of ranking My Hero.
Yeah.
So I
say My Hero thing, I guess.
So I guess for me, My Hero season 2 is an 8. Season 3, I think it's probably a 7. That's the one United States of Smash, and then they're fighting in the forest.
Okay.
I love United States of Smash, but the rest of it was just whatever to me. Overhaul is a 7.5.
Really?
I liked Overhaul, but also it ends with the Endeavor thing, and that's what carried it for me. That Endeavor fight. So then season 5 for me is probably fucking...
5 is the one I'm on right now, right? I'm catching up.
Yeah, so 5 is...
I know what happens, but I'm catching up with the animated version.
5 is the one that came out last year.
Okay.
It's the one that has class 1A versus 1B in that mini tournament.
Right.
And then also...
And then that's when you learn Gigantomaniac, Machina, whatever... The big guy.
Yeah.
And you see the My Villain Academia.
That to me is about a 6.57. There's a lot of setup.
There's a lot of setup in there. But then when it really gets going... I remember when season 5 was coming out. At the end of season 4, I told you guys immediately, season 5 is going to suck. Season 6 is going to be where it's at.
Yes. And you're not wrong. Season 6, I would give it 9. Season 6 is where I started saying My Hero Academia is a fantastic show. Everything going on with Endeavor is amazing. His whole character arc is amazing. The fact, one of the things I like about My Hero so much more than other shonens is that all the shonens that you see like their powers, I can say that about Fairy Tail, I can say that about Naruto, but the thing about My Hero is that all those characters stay relevant and kind of stick around. It's my favorite part about My Hero, as opposed to Naruto, where what has Neji done? So when he died, I was like, I don't care. He hasn't done anything in literally 7 years.
Why is it always Neji?
Because you know why? Because the creator forgot about him, but I won't. But I mean, it's the same thing. Fairy Tail, if you're not in Team Natsu, you don't matter.
Do they actually just call him Team Natsu?
It's Team something. I think it is. I don't remember what it is.
It's not Team 7. That's Naruto.
No, that's Naruto.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bleach, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. If you're not a captain or lieutenant, then why do you matter? And honestly, barely lieutenants matter. That's the problem. Ooh. So My Hero does a good job of keeping popular characters and interesting characters relevant and the power scaling making sense.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite parts.
Well, let's move on.
Boku
no Tomodachi.
That's Hagana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Hagana.
Okay.
So it's funny, it goes straight to season 2, and season 1's not on here. So that's strange.
Maybe I forgot to score season 1.
Maybe. But,
I might have forgot to score season 1.
Wow, you gave it a 9.
I love it. Hey, someone said hi. Hi.
Anime, and why my list is better than your list. So we're looking at my anime list scores.
Yes.
And you actually gave this a 9.
So, okay, you know why?
Surprise. No.
So, I don't watch Slice of Life. So when I met you guys in club, you guys were watching this, and you guys were watching season 1 actually. So I decided to give it a try. Slice of Life wise, I tried in the past, they've just been fine to me, but they just weren't for me. This is the first Slice of Life to make me laugh to almost to the point of tears. That roller coaster season 2.
Oh my god, yeah.
Was probably one of my favorite, still today, one of my favorite anime moments.
That was really good one,
And it might have just been me. It's just one of the first animes to actually make me laugh and got me into comedy slice of life animes. Mm-hmm. So I know I hold this in higher regard than I probably should, but I just love this show.
No, it's a fantastic.
Haagen-Dazs season 1 is great. It's probably objectively better. Season 2 just had funny money.
They're about the same. I do love this show. I wish it would get more.
I would probably give season 1 an 8.
Mm-hmm. I'm just surprised you liked it more. Well,
more than
according to the list, yeah, higher than I did. No, more than I did.
Oh, more than you did. Yeah, no, fucking Haagen, I love it. Yeah. I started reading the manga too. It was great.
Nice. Next.
Yeah.
Okay, now I told you I don't rank shows that I drop, but I have a question for you, Moses.
Yeah.
Is it possible to drop a show after you've seen every single episode?
Yes.
Because that's how I felt about Chaos Head.
Boy, this show was so bad.
It was horrible.
You know, honestly, it's funny because I remember thinking that this show deserves a 2, mm-hmm. and I think that it was only because the 2s and 1s on my list were so much worse. It was on a different level. But Chaos Head, don't get me wrong. This show is abject garbage.
I'm aware, well, for those who might complain, I'm aware that the game
Visual
is probably
novel
much better.
Yes.
I just haven't had time for it. But in terms of the anime, this is dog shit.
This is dog shit. I don't... Oh. And honestly, I'm not even going to go with going to the plot of Chaos Head.
I can't tell you. I don't know it.
It's about a kill. Play the visual novel. Just play the visual novel.
Like, there was a point where this guy is just like watching a rock concert, and then she stops singing, walks up to her, then she just loses her clothes, and then he blinks and everything's back to normal. It's like, well, what? Okay, you had my attention for a second, but what happened? I don't know what's going on. Then she pulls out a sword, and then she starts singing more. And it's like, I'm so confused. Move, please, next one. Chunibyo.
9. Yes.
9,
Chunibyo is a fantastic show.
Yes, it is.
To be funny, I'm surprised I gave it a 9. I thought we gave it an 8, but this is season 1, by the way.
Yeah. I never finished season 2.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so he's not ranked on here. Here's the thing. I know this is not the popular opinion. I actually like them both the same. A lot of people did not like season 2 nearly as much, and I understand why. I'm not going to talk about the ending then. But also, the thing that season 2 does, and it's the reason I gave it a 9 as well, all I wanted was more delusions, and season 2 just doubles down on that.
Oh, then I need to watch it.
Yeah, so it's a lot more delusion battles. So, I mean, yeah, so season 2 is amazing.
Okay.
In my opinion. But I love both of them.
All right. What's next? Claymore. You gave it an 8?
I did. Why? Maybe I was just happy to finally... Because the ending sucked.
The anime definitely sucked. I never finished the manga, though.
This is wrong. God, I'm wrong. My anime list might not be better than yours. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still like Claymore. I think
Claymore's really sick. I love Claymore.
I think I would give it a 6.5 now, which means rounds up to a 7. Because I can't think of why it would be a 7 either, honestly. As I'm going back and replaying Claymore in my head, why would I give that a 7? I don't know. The anime.
I don't know what else to really say about... Because this is one of those moments where I watched all of Claymore. I really liked Claymore. I liked it so much, I started reading the manga. When I started reading the manga... Oh, this anime is kind of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't have a reason why I would give... I'm going to move on, but...
Yeah.
I would think it's a 6.5 and upscale to a 7 because of Mal. So, yeah. Okay. We got a...
Code Geass! You gave it a 9. Wow.
So this was...
I love Code Geass.
This was another show I watched because of the deal. And
I'd say top 20 for me is Code Geass.
I remember planning my anime out that week because I was so busy with work. I said, okay, I'm going to watch 4 episodes of Chaos, Code Geass a day, blah, blah, blah. Literally blew off work and homework to finish this. I don't remember what class it was. I just remember it was worth it. This show was great. Season 1 and 2 were great.
I remember the day I finished Code Geass. It was also the day that I got Brawl for my Wii.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
And it's like... That's the end? For season 1. For season 1, it's like, that was the end? Oh, no. And then I didn't know what else to do, so I played Brawl.
No, I know I didn't watch the movies, but Code Geass season 1 and 2 were...
Yeah, and I never watched the movies either, actually. Season 2 is probably next.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, Nate.
Wait, no.
Oh, you gave it a 5.
No.
Oh, it's Cross Ange.
This is Cross Angie.
Yo, Cross Ange!
I hate this show.
I love that show.
Okay, so this is a show where I kept going up and down the score. I was like, okay.
It doesn't know what it wants to be.
No, it
is it
doesn't.
a mech show? Is it a space show? Is it a dragon show?
There's a twisted thing. Yeah, I think I gave it a 5 because I just said I didn't want to think about it anymore. I think upon further review...
Did you drop it?
No, I finished it.
Okay.
I got through all 24 episodes.
Yeah.
I think I would give this show probably a 4 at the end of the day if I had to rank it now. Like
Back when I used to do anime reviews, like for sites, I gave this review high regards. I don't know if anyone actually read that review and went into it, because it's hard to recommend CrossAng, but I love CrossAng.
I think it's impossible. I don't know why anyone would finish the show.
It was about a fallen princess who gets disgraced, and so she has to, uh-oh. Should we break?
No, we're good.
Okay. Where she gets disgraced, and she has to kind of like work for, well, not work, but she more or less joins like this special military where she has to fend off these like monsters that look a lot like dragons. And then they're totally dragons. But
yeah. Actually, I think you should.
And everything is shit. The soldiers are treated like shit, and so because I think they're treated like shit because of the hierarchy, the monarchy. But she used to be once of the monarchy, so they treat her like shit, and it just goes on and on. I like it a lot. I think it's really good.
Actually, I think we will break for like 1 minute real quick.
Okay. You have a BRB screen or anything?
Yes,
like that?
I do.
Oh.
And we're back.
Hey.
Oh shit, we have to do this thing again.
It's alright. Oh no. Alright, so
Yep.
Careful.
Yep, we'll do this carefully. So,
Oh no! Well,
well, this will be. We're on 30 something, I think.
Okay. Claymore, yeah. Clodigis, Carsange. Danganronpa 3! Danganronpa 3.
I love Danganronpa 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean... Wait, so this is the end...
So
we can't see which one this one is. This one, I gave this one a 7.
I thought they did 3 and V...
No,
not V3.
There's 2 future and past.
I thought they put them on the same one, no?
I don't know if they did. That's what I'm
I
asking.
want to click one more to find out then.
Okay.
I guess they're
So
not.
they're different. Oh, but I ranked them the same, so it's
So did I. I mean,
okay.
I mean, the way the show was going, I think it's kind of hard not to, honestly. Rank them
How
the
did
same.
you watch the show?
So the way if I'm not mistaken, the way Crunchyroll did it is I just kept doing it, but weekly. So if you do it weekly, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you watch the past one, then the present, past one, then the present.
Yeah.
Because if you watch all of it once, it's not
It's
going
not going
to
to make sense. That's what I'm asking. How did you watch it?
Yeah. So that's how I watch it weekly.
So you watched it...
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
So did I.
So
But,
this show, if anyone doesn't know, so Danganronpa, it's the video game and everything. It's the murder mystery kind of thing.
Yep.
So this
Everyone's
is
locked in a school. They have to try to escape, but the only way to escape is if you kill somebody and if
Get
you
away with it.
Get away with it.
Yeah.
And for every time someone is killed, they have to have a crash trial where they put the clues together and try and figure out who killed who. And if you fail it, then the guy who killed the other guy gets to away scot-free. If not, then everyone else gets to live. That guy gets punished and killed.
Yep.
And they get to keep living for in the school.
Yeah. So there's part 3. So there's part 1, which was animated. Part 2,
Part
which
2
is,
was only a game.
which is a shame because that game was the best one.
It really was.
And then part 3 is kind of it's literally a sequel and a flashback.
Yeah.
So every this was really cool how they did it, in my opinion. Every episode was you see the sequel, then you see the past, and then next week you have to keep going back and forth. So then you have to put the clues together what's actually happening because there are things that are only revealed in parts of the past and then parts of the sequel, and then it kind of gets you to understand what's going on in both at the same time.
Yeah.
Because part 1 and part 2 had a lot of gaps that
It was a really
this
cool.
one fills.
It was a really cool
fills.
idea, but I think in the end it just wasn't because I did watch this right after I finished Danganronpa 2.
Oh, okay.
So I think I was just more like I wish it was Danganronpa 2.
I'm not going to spoil. I can't go into anything what bothers me about this without spoiling Danganronpa 2 about the ending.
But you see more about it. But we should probably just move on then.
Yep.
All right.
Danganronpa 1.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah.
I liked the first one.
I thought it was fun.
I liked it so much. I didn't.
Did you watch
I
the
did-
sub or dub?
Subbed actually.
Oh, okay. I watched it
Yeah.
both.
So I didn't know about the English voices until I played the game.
Okay.
Because at the time there was almost no chance that we were going to get these games.
Yeah.
But
I was actually very surprised we got them, to be honest. Yeah.
because the anime did so popular. So
Sure.
that's when they actually that's when 2 came out. And I remember I thought it was going to be super limited, so I went and grabbed it. I still got it. I got it on the Vita. Well, actually, I think it's only available on the Vita.
Vita.
Yeah. Oh no! At first, it was only available on the Vita. Now you can play it anywhere.
Yeah, it's on
But
Switch.
It's had several re-releases.
It's on
really
Switch now.
nice. It is.
Yeah. It's a great series. It's a great.
It's a
TV
fantastic series.
Yeah.
I wish they would bring it back, but there was a definitive end after the last game, so it's not really going to happen. Well, there was that summer beach game that came out. That's just not Monopoly, but it's a board game.
Boy, we don't talk about Danganronpa V3, the last video game.
Hey! I liked it.
Moving on. What?
Did you click out again? All right, Darker Than Black. Darker Than Black. You didn't watch Darker Than Black?
Oh, okay. So this was the last show on the list that our friend gave us. And as we were finishing the show, he moved, but we wanted to watch it together. But he still comes by and visits, so we're supposed to finish as
I see.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I was watching the show. I was liking it. It was a little slow, but I was liking it. But yeah, no, unfortunately, I don't know too much about Dark and Black.
Never finished season 2, but Darker Than Black's fantastic. Like you get powers, but there's a price, and depending on how good your power is or what your power is, you pay a different price. My favorite characters were the. Oh wait, how far did you get?
I don't remember. Honestly, that's the problem. It's been
Do you remember the government agents?
No.
Okay, so there was a government agent named November 11th, and I forgot what the other one was named, but one of them's powers was he has to smoke like an entire drag of a cigarette like all at once, and he was like, I freaking hate this power. This power is terrible. But in replacement of that, he gets to freeze like things like enemies or foes, whatever. Her partner, his partner, I don't actually remember what her power was, but I know what her contract was. she has to drink beer. She has to shotgun a beer, and she's like, you got the short end, but I love my power. I love my contract.
I do want to go back and watch it one day, but it's just not on my priority list. But I do recognize it was. I did have fun while I was
have a
watching
theory, and I'm not sure if they ever really confirmed it or not. Because he was like, ho, anime protagonist. I think the main character, BK201, I think his contract is.
I don't know. So the only reason I stopped you there because I remember Ruben and my friends saying that part of it, like whatever his contract is, they said it's a mystery, and I don't know.
Is it?
That's all I know, so I don't want to know.
Okay, so I never finished season 2, so I don't know if they talk about it. I'm pretty sure they don't talk about it in season 1.
I don't think they do because I remember not knowing what it was.
Yeah.
I think
so my speculation is he just has to eat a lot.
Oh, I thought they would actually eventually say it. I didn't know they actually.
As far as I know, they didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think he just has to eat a lot because you always see him eating like a crap ton of food, like ever since episode 1.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I thought that's just what it is.
Oh, interesting. All right.
But if I'm wrong, then I wonder what it is. If it's something else, then
who knows?
Well then. But go on.
Let's see. I want to season.
Deadman Wonder. I gave it a 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I think even a 3 is too high.
What the fuck were you smoking? Deadman Wonderland is one of those shows blessed by changes from the manga, like immediately.
I think I know why I gave it a 7.
Sheena?
No. I really like that theme song.
That has nothing to do with the actual garbage that is Deadman.
Oh my god. All I remember from Deadman Wonderland is that there's a tournament.
You know what's funny? So I remember the reason I finished the show. Someone said it gets better. And I remember I watched it like literally right after, I don't know, Zero Season 1. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I want more good anime. And people recommended this online. So I binged it in a day. I was like, episode 3, I was like, okay. So 4 was like, it's going to get better. The only reason I finished it is I kept waiting for it to get better. And by episode 10, I was like, it's not going to get better.
I think this is the only anime I've watched and finished that I just skipped ahead. Like, I know I didn't watch the whole thing all the way through, but that's also because I was reading the manga. But I was reading it, like, at the same time.
It was on Netflix at the time when I watched it.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
I think I just borrowed it from somebody. That's how I watched it. Because I know I watched it before Toonami. But,
this is a bad show. Don't watch it, and if your friends like it, they have trust.
I might be harsh. It's not a 3, but I don't think it's a 7.
I don't think I'm harsh. I think I'm being accurate. I think this show's a 3.
Also, my favorite was Ashino. It was the guard.
Oh.
What's next? Death Note. Hey, we agree.
I think Death Note. I think an 8 is right. I think people. Don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic show. Someone says it's a 9. I get it. Yeah. I don't think it's a 10. People say the show is like the best of all. It's not. It's a good show. It's great. It's classic. It's one of the only good ones we got back in the day when anime was scarce. So I get why people covet the show. But it's good.
So way back when I joined Club before you, Death Note was the cornerstone anime of our club. We watched it.
It was a cornerstone anime of the anime community.
Yeah, I know, but like we watched it religiously as it was coming out.
Interesting.
And we loved it. And we even held a watch party when the dub came out to Adult Swim.
Interesting.
And we also had one special occasion where we all got together. We watched the dub on Toonami with the potato chip scene.
Okay.
We all had our chips ready, and we were just eating it. So Death Note's great.
It's a good show.
Death Note's one of the ones where it's just like, you haven't seen Death Note?
I do think everyone that hasn't seen anime, honestly, even if you don't like, it's not really horror. I think everyone, it's hard for me to say that someone would hate the show if you like anime. I think for the most part, you could find something to appreciate about Death Note.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything more to say about Death Note?
Not really.
Actually, no, I do have one thing. There was one time where when Death Note was coming out, and I was going to and from home for school, I was watching Death Note on the plane.
Yeah.
Because I was going to be gone for several weeks, and it was like, well, I'm just going to keep watching Death Note. I'm not going to fall behind. And there's this guy like next to me. You sat on ever sat on a plane, you used to watch somebody something, but you don't have anything. You kind of subtly watch over. That's kind of how I saw. What movie was it? It was some other movie. But I just watch movies watching other people because they like watching on subtitles. Yeah. So I was watching Death Note subbed, so it had the subtitles.
Yeah.
And guy kind of glances over next to me, and he's watching. He's like, "Yeah, okay," but I'm paying no mind because it's Death Note. I'm absorbed in this. Then I get up, he taps my shoulder off before I get off the plane, and he's like, "Do you know what happens next? where can I find this? I want to see the thing. I want to see the whole thing that you're watching." And it was like, wow, I changed this man's life. He was an older gentleman too. He was like probably in his like late 30s.
I love shit like that.
It's so good. Death Note's amazing.
Especially back when anime was super scarce. Like, just finding, like, someone else that watched it.
Just gets into it.
Let's see, what we got next?
All right. Yeah! Go to DMC! Yo, Detroit Metal City. You like Metalocalypse? You like Detroit Metal City.
I have nothing to say about this show.
So good.
I hate this show.
Oh,
I do not like anything about it. There's not
fantastic.
The only reason it's not a 1 is because it's not worse than my 2 ones. It's the only reason. But I have nothing positive
Detroit Metal City,
to say about
about a dude. He loves music. He wants to make music. He gets a career in music. That career is a lead singer of a death metal band, but he hates death metal. But he's really good at it. He wants to sing like lullabies and just like really poppy stuff, but his pop music sucks. What he's good at is death metal music, and it's just him getting into shenanigans about how he solves all of his problems with death metal, even though he hates it. It's so good.
Jesus Christ.
All right, we can move on.
Jesus Christ. Oh, shit.
Dragon Ball Super. Hey, Dragon Ball Super! Okay, so I broke my one rule for Dragon Ball Super. I didn't watch all of Dragon Ball Super.
Well,
I only watched the bits.
Well, so you've seen Battle of the Gods Resurrection F.
Yes.
That's the first 24 episodes. That's
okay.
Fair. You did not see Hits. Well, no, you just don't remember it. Mm-hmm. We saw Hits tournament.
Okay.
Because we were at your house.
Yeah, but I heard there was like 2 or 3 other arcs that I just skipped or missed.
So after that, right, there's filler. And then after the filler, there's Goku Black. Did you watch Goku Black?
I want to say yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
So after Goku Black, there's more filler.
Skip that.
Then after filler, there's a pre-tournament power where it's Buu, Gohan, and Goku versus the Wolf People.
Did I watch that? I don't think I watched that.
Okay. And if you missed that, that's fine. Then there's the tournament of power. That's it. So you watched Super.
So I missed like 3, 4 arcs?
No.
3?
No, you haven't.
So you said they're all filler. That's what you said.
Oh, yeah. I didn't watch the filler either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't consider filler, because I mean, at that point, no one's seen Naruto. Yeah, so no, we've watched everything canon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you missed just the fight with Goku, Gohan, and Buu fighting the Wolf People at that point.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dragon Ball Super is a show.
Huh?
I
liked it.
I guess at the end of the day, I technically liked it.
Did you watch the filler?
No.
Okay.
So no. Guys, I have a whole channel dedicated to how I feel about Super. It's really hard for me to contextualize it in 30 seconds, but at the end of the day, I like Super. It has fun moments. It doesn't live up to Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, and it breaks continuity so much it physically makes me angry, obviously. But at the end of the day, there are fun moments of Dragon Ball Super. It has the best Kamehameha, actually. It's my favorite Kamehameha in all of Z, actually. Mm-hmm. Even Z, where
where he's fighting Kefla.
Yeah, the
Ultra Instinct Kamehameha.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Say that. But yeah, I mean, Super's fun at moments and frustrating more.
I used to hate Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan a lot. Or Super
You mean
Saiyan
saying
Blue.
it or the actual form?
No, I love saying it. I just hate the form. You hate it when I call it Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
So fucking stupid.
But that's what it's called. That's what they called it, Moses. It's the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. That's what it is.
I think I'm trying to remember.
It has grown on me though.
Super has grown on me. The manga.
We're just getting multicolored Super Saiyans though at this point, and that's what bugs me.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan Rose, Ultra Instinct is just Silver Super Saiyan,
and then you have Super Saiyan Red, Super Saiyan Blue.
Well, Super Saiyan God is just Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
Super Saiyan Red rather.
Listen. Super is a funnest show. The manga is a lot better, in my opinion, and not saying from where
I was hearing that for years. Yeah, and you just recently finally started reading the manga.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand. I mean, not even just like the actual current manga, or not even actually the manga that was adapted. I think what happens after the events of the anime is just better. I think Super, when it gets a new anime, I'm calling it. I think this year they're going to announce it. But I think when it actually gets a new anime, if they animate it properly from what's going on in the manga, I think I'll actually enjoy Super. throughout. But
I
yeah,
had fun times with Super. We got hyped during the Tournament of Power.
I wonder if what's next is Broly then. We'll see.
Oh, they're just gonna animate Broly, like the Broly.
No. Sorry, I was thinking of the list.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Dragon Ball Z.
Guys, Z's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no debate. Let's go.
Sure? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Dragon Ball Z is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. Ever. I can't think of a single plot hole in Dragon Ball Z. No, obviously, guys. I mean, realistically, Dragon Ball's an 8. Like realistically. But I mean, everyone loves Dragon Balls. What got most people into anime in general? So this is one of my feelings thing where objectively I think the show is solid at an 8, but I love this show so much.
No, the show's amazing. It wasn't my first anime, believe it or not. But it was thousands, millions of people's first anime. And you can go a lot worse than Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah,
like, Dragon Ball Z is fantastic. I've always loved it. I still love it. I first watched it while I was watching Dragon Ball, but we watch it over and over.
Yeah.
Like, to this day, it's so good.
The hardest part about making Dragon Ball videos for my channel is there's a clip I was doing. I was editing Vegeta's first transformation to Super Saiyan.
Okay.
And I just watched the whole episode. I was like, shit, I just wasted 40 minutes.
Right?
Like that's how much I love Dragon Ball. I'll just I can watch it from any point and have a great time. And I love the Buu arc. Go fight me. But I mean, like, Dragon Ball is a great show. Z is a great show.
Great show. Gohan did nothing wrong. Move on. Move on. Move on. Do it. Move on. All right.
Dungeon. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Cool. I like the show a lot.
I did too. I guess not as much as you.
I mean, I have the manga. I have the manga. I collect the manga.
Huh. I gotta see.
Oh wait, actually, there you go. I collect the manga.
Yeah, because they can read that.
the true fans know.
I liked it. I thought it was really cool. Like, all the gods just like are responsible for like guilds and stuff, and it's just like, yeah. Who do you do they worship them, or are they just buddies with them?
So I'm very behind in it. I was actually thinking about rewatching it and then catching up, because even with me reading the manga, it's been like 4 or 5 years. Okay. So I don't remember nearly as much, and I think a new season's either just ended or is starting really soon. So I wanted to watch it again to catch up. I don't remember if they worship them. I don't think they worship them. I think they just fall under their wing, and then their god's supposed to be responsible to protect them. But I don't think they worship all the gods, so.
Also, I'm surprised, like, because Hestia is, like, the main girl.
Hestia's great.
Yeah, Hestia's amazing. How come she only has, like, one person on her kill?
Because she's seen as, like, D-class god.
Yeah, how? She's the goddess of harvest.
I think they see that as D-class.
Why? She's the goddess of harvest. Without her, people would starve.
I guess people want god of fire and destruction instead. I don't know.
All right, what's next? Elfen Lied. Wow, I forgot about Elfen Lied.
The world did. I did not finish Elfen Lied.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
No, I know I didn't. I think I got halfway through.
It has a shitty ending.
Yeah, I remember everyone holding this in high regard, and I just couldn't understand why.
I'm usually pretty determined to like keep my scores. I don't think Elfen Lied would be a 7 today. I'd probably give it a low 6. Because I do remember it. It was cool, but everyone remembers it. Oh, my tongue! I hurt my tongue the other day. Or today. But I remember it being everyone's super excited about it because it was like gory. Whatever, and it subverts it because you see like how the characters act or whatever. But then they all have like, well, not all of them. The main character has like a split personality, but freaking
I don't remember.
I finished the anime, and the anime kind of like leaves it ambiguous or whatever. This is a definitive ending in the manga, and I mean it's okay, but they also do a lot of more gross shit in the manga. So
holy crap! Sorry, I just realized, George, you have not rated a single Dragon Ball movie. And no, we're at ease.
I guess I didn't.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So I know what we're going to do. So, I mean, we're not gonna. We still have a little more time to finish this, and obviously, we're on ease. We're not gonna finish this today.
Well, we could try and shotgun a bunch of them. But what do you want to do?
What's it called? When we do part 2 of this video, probably in the next few days or probably next Sunday, more likely, we'll probably just start with go back and review the fucking Dragon Ball movies, and we'll start there and then jump forward to wherever we end today.
Okay.
Because that's a lot. That's 15 things to talk about. But we'll go to the next one.
Okay. Fairy Tail.
Yeah!
Oh, this is the first Fairy Tail.
Oh, yeah. Guys, 2014 added a Fairy Tail. So it's episode 1 to 175. It's where Natsu fights Sabretooth, and that's where this ends. That's the 9. From episode 1 to that is the 9. So, not everything. But fucking Fairy Tail's amazing at this point.
I think I was still like in the middle of it, but I remember really liking Fairy Tail. I think at the very beginning, I thought I was just still kind of going through the motions. That's probably why I gave it a 7.
Honestly, I actually was gonna drop it. The first up until the moment where Urza stopped the Jupiter cannon is actually, and that was like episode 25. That was actually where I decided, okay, I'm not gonna drop it, because if that arc concluded with something I didn't care about, I was gonna be done with the show. And I think the beginning of the show was just very fine. I think the show got better as it went on, but not much after this.
So I actually remember when Fairy Tail manga first came out, and it's like, oh, this might be the next Naruto or something. I'm gonna do my best to keep up with it, and I got through the first 2 arcs before I dropped the manga. But not long after that, they announced the anime, so it's like, oh, I could start again. But I never did until I met you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you were telling me how good it was, and it was like, oh, okay, I'll give it another shot. And I do like it, but it's just long, and it doesn't show anything where it takes forever.
It takes forever, and a lot of characters fall off, too. And that's my biggest problem. Like I said, this show, just like My Hero and just like Naruto, introduces so many unique magics and so many unique characters and properties.
I do like that, yeah.
And then after, like, episode 60, 90% of them fall off. If you're not on Team Natsu, you don't matter.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. You're not a Dragon Slayer or on Team Natsu, you actually just do not matter. So, it's a good show. Watch with a grain of salt, or just stop after this one. If the next... Did you watch... Oh, you didn't watch that.
I didn't. I don't think I finished it. Next is Fate Stay Night. This is 06, isn't it?
Yes, it is. This is Fate 06. Fate Stay Night from 2006. Guys... Okay, first of all, no, not guys, George. What the fuck is happening?
So,
do you remember what we gave segments
there was
today?
one other...
You gave this. Hold on. You
remember
said
my
this
rule,
show
though.
is better than Haganai. Or just as good as Haganai.
Remember my rule, though. I did say, at one point, usually 7s or higher are shows I did watch multiple times. I will admit, I've seen Fate 06 probably no fewer than 4 times.
That's a problem.
There's only one other show where I had a similar experience with, and that was Tsukihime.
Okay.
Where I love the show. The show's amazing. It's brilliant. I love it. Then the visual novel got a fan translation, so it's like, oh, I can see from the beginning again, and it'll be different because like it's not just from the anime's perspective. Yeah, I'll watch it. I get through the first 2 days, and I'm sitting here thinking, yo, Fate 06 sucks. Fate 06, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So it got nothing right. But if it still weren't for the fact that I love Fate 06 so much, I wouldn't have been a Fate fan. So it still has to be at least on the list. I don't think I would even rank it that much more lower because of like how it feels to me. But yeah, it is high.
So here's the thing. The most generous score I can give Fate 06 is a 4. Because I can't say it's average. Because the thing is, I don't think it's a good show. And that's an insult to average shows. So I think the show sits comfortably at like a 3.5, maybe.
People who don't know what Fate is now? Actually, no, there are several people who don't know what Fate is.
I think Fate's too popular to not know what it is at this point.
Pretty big, but there's lots of people who will say, oh, I always hear Fate is good, but I don't know what the heck it is about, and I don't even know where to start. The answer used to be this, but now...
It's Fate Zero. The answer is Fate Zero, guys. Which is probably next on this list. Let's go on to the next...
Actually, it's probably Unlimited Blade Works.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, no, it's probably Apocrypha.
No, it's probably Unlimited Blade Works, the movie.
You didn't work Apocrypha, did you?
I don't know if I disappointed. But it's Unlimited Blade Works the movie. It's a 6. You gave it an 8.
I did.
Explain yourself.
You know, here's exactly.
So this is me. This is George post reading all of Fate Stay Night.
Yeah.
And Unlimited Blade Works is like a fraction, like, of a difference between my favorite arc of all time and my second favorite arc of all time.
And that's why. Here's the thing.
So, but I still really love Unlimited Blade Works. This movie is dog shit.
So here's that, and that's the difference. I have no frame of reference for it. Here's the thing. I watched Fate Zero. I said, cool, Fate Zero's great. It's on break.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Fatal 6. This shit sucks. And then then I find out that this has a movie. I'm like, this was pretty good.
You gave Fatal 6 a 3.
Yeah.
You had no frame of reference there. Why is this one different?
No, because your frame of reference is that you knew what Fate Unlimited should have been.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This was just all new to me. I like the end fight with Shiro versus Archer.
Mm-hmm.
This is
That was a really good fight.
I just like the movie.
But what makes it different from Fatal 6?
Quality fight scenes.
It's the same quality. It's the same studio.
Well, first of all, Shiro is not Shiro. Like, so for anyone who doesn't know, I think Shiro is hands down one of the worst main characters in Fatal 6 for a shonen anime.
You just don't like Fate Shiro then.
I think
You like UBW Shiro, and you like. Well, how do you feel about?
We keep saying Fate Shiro. I think it's confusing to people. That's what I mean.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, Fate Stay Night is told in 3 different arcs: the Fate arc, Unlimited Blade Works, and Heaven's Feel. Yeah.
So I do not like I do not like Fate Stay Night Shiro.
Yeah.
Which is half the reason that show was bad to me.
Oh, okay. But you do like Unlimited Blade Works Shiro.
Yes, I do
okay.
think.
And that's why I was saying you should play the games because Shiro gets better.
I'm fine, but the movie, I will admit, it's probably too high. I think it's probably like a 6.5 now.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Okay, what's next? Heaven's Feel?
Nope.
No, the Unlimited Blade Works show.
The show did that movie justice.
One of 3 10s on my list.
Yeah, this show, we're not gonna, I don't want to get too much into fake because there's a lot of them here.
Yeah.
The show's really good. Just watch it, honestly. I still think
it takes the movie, throws it away, and it's like, okay, this is what the movie should have been. But we're going to take our time because we have 26 episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's great.
But
the animation's great. UFO Table did
This is the Unlimited Blade Works that I wanted.
Yes.
Move on.
Fantastic.
All right. Second season. Okay, still a 10.
Wait, no.
Second season, still a 10. Why'd you get it lower? What happened?
I don't know.
Fix it. Next month. Fate Zero.
Correct.
Second 10 on my list.
If you can't tell, his favorite series is Fate.
Nah.
Yeah, Fate Zero is fantastic. It's the prequel to everything Fate. Go watch it.
So this was the last Fate that I watched that I had absolutely zero frame of reference. No, actually, no, it wasn't the last one. The Fate Ilia series, I actually had no frame of reference for.
Fate Ilia. I forgot that exists. That is not on this list.
But, so I guess I would say this is the first one since Fate Stay Night that I had absolutely zero frame of reference for, and so every week was just like twists and turns. I love the show, and it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, go watch it.
Yep. Second season, 10. Good. Okay. Advent Children!
That's high.
Whose?
Yours. Well, I mean, here's the thing.
Yours.
So I will say, back when this movie came out, right? Like there's nothing like it. Like really, there really wasn't anything this.
You talking about the original one or Complete?
Honestly, in a way, almost both. I mean, there was when Complete came out. Complete is like the final mixed version of it. It came out like 6 years later.
Mm-hmm.
They added more scenes to it. It's really good. It's the best way to watch it. It has a little bit too much Denzel, but whatever. But even when both of them came out, there weren't that many like it. When the first one came out, there really wasn't anything like it. So I mean,
also you got with Spirits Within.
I'm gonna ignore that. So there's nothing like it. So I mean, I understand why people, from pure nostalgia, give this a high score. I get it. Even my score is probably too high. Ultimately, I think it probably does sit around a 7.
So when you told me that Complete is different,
Yeah.
that's when I lost my collective shit. Because I loved Advent Children.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you mean it's different? And it's like, they added scenes. The fight scene is like maybe 3 minutes longer. And it's like 3 more minutes.
Yeah.
And they added stuff. So I want to say I bought the Blu-ray right then and there, or later that week, and I just watched it, and I was just in awe, and I was surprised at how much I liked it and how many things they added. So I loved the original one, but when I came to Advent Children, yeah, it's a 9 for me.
Yeah. Advent Children Complete, I went day one to Best Buy and bought it and watched it like immediately as soon as I got home. Loved it.
All right, what's next? Last Order.
Yeah.
You watched Last Order?
Yeah.
I watched it in an old high school anime club.
So remember when I told you I started getting into RPGs for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Once I beat 7, I was on a 7 kick, and then I watched Advent Children, then I watched Last Order. I damn near almost tried to get coded. Not coded, the mobile game with the Turks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was really into 7 for a
Wow.
bit. So yeah, no, I consumed everything 7 that I could have.
Okay.
So yeah, Last Order was good. The OVA about Zack.
It's okay.
Yeah.
FLCL. Hey!
I don't like FLCL.
I loved FLCL.
I think 4 is too high. I do not.
That weird bombastic style that it had, and it would play on Adult Swim so often. I
Did
loved
Trigger
it.
do? Who did FLCL?
It was Gynax
Okay.
before Trigger became Trigger.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't like shows like Gynax, that Gynax makes or Trigger shows, honestly, for the most part. And if you don't like that
No.
arts, huh?
None of them.
Maybe 1 or 2.
We passed E. You didn't put Evangelion on here.
I did not date Evangelion. Oh my god, Evangelion. Oh god,
I was like, you don't like Gynax or Trigger. Like, how does it feel about Evangelion?
So here's the thing. After Fully Cooley, we'll talk about Evangelion for a
Okay.
second.
Well,
But,
I don't have much else for Fully Cooley. It's 6 episodes. I feel like it's fantastic. You should totally watch it. But I wouldn't say it's overrated, but it's a great quick watch. Like, it was good. Like, it was the Summer Jam the year it came out for Adult
did
Swim.
you watch part 2 and 3?
I did not.
All
I
right.
wanted to, but I
Yeah,
didn't.
so in my opinion, if you don't like the art style of Gynax and Trigger, it might not work for you. That's just how I feel. I don't like it. Evangelion, really quick, that show is actually, I don't know. I've actually never thought about ranking it. So we have a deal going on. I'm still behind on it. He watched Hunter. I'm watching a plethora of shows as well.
Yep.
What's it called? One of them was Evangelion. I don't like Evangelion. I just don't know how much. And I've always wanted to watch it, but I've never had a good reason to. Evangelion is like pretentious. That's the best word I can use it. It thinks it's so much smarter than it is with its religious overtones and all of that stuff it tries to do. I do not like it.
I told you about the director about that, right?
What?
So everyone was like, well, the purpose. Like, could you please explain to us why is there so many like religious connotations? Like, you see Adam and Lilith, you see like all the angels explode and they're crossed. They're called angels in the first place.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just thought it was cool. There are no religious connotations for this. He did it because he thought it was cool and it was an easy naming convention set. There are no... You read it too deep into it. He doesn't give a shit. You fucked up.
3.
Fine, move on.
Damn it.
I'll find that interview one day for you. But yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
Shit.
All right,
pass
well,
one.
Oh, no, we can talk about Golden Time. We agreed on it. You don't have to worry about Full Metal Alchemist or whatever.
Is that what I
one's called.
passed?
You passed Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh.
I thought that's why you went back.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's the original Full Metal Alchemist.
Aw, you give it a 6.
I thought it was mid. Like, okay, no.
I don't like you.
I did like the very beginning of it, but I thought the ending was just so bad, it actually tanked the score for me.
I thought that ending was hilarious. like it is thing, and not even ironically, it's like not even like I thought it was so bad. I ironically like it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like it for just how absurd and interesting that is. For me, I thought the fact that we were in this anime, that they were showing this anime world, and then the parallel of that was just our world.
Yeah.
I mean, it had like 2 big reveals. That's the one you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I really actually genuinely like that ending. I like the fact that the ending was kind of like bittersweet. Like they were still alive and they kept their limbs, but they're not allowed to be around each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. So for me, I personally liked it. I rewatched Full Metal Alchemist for a video I did.
I forgot, did you watch the movie afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the movie.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I included the movie into this.
Oh, there's a separate thing for the movie.
I didn't rank it then.
Oh, gotcha.
But I thought it started like phenomenally strong. It was amazing. Everyone in my school was actually talking about it.
Yeah.
And it as it got closer to the ending and more, it's just like this feels a little. I didn't get the same feelings as when I first started it, and then when it ends, it's just like, oh, okay. So we actually passed it, and I guess you never seen it. Do you remember an old anime called Kanan? Or Kanan?
I didn't watch it. I know what it is. I've
So-
only seen 1 episode.
Fantastic start. It starts to dip in the middle, and then kind of like peters off. That's
Gotcha.
kind of how I felt about the original Full Metal Alchemist. But it hit me so hard. It's just like I don't know, because I felt like it was like the last 12 or 15 episodes where I started feeling like that.
The last 12 episodes is where they start to dip into that, but I'm to dip into that other world kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I think around episode 40ish, I think that's where Scar dies, and I think that's kind of where the plot kind of changes, and that's where you find out about Ed and Al's mom.
Yeah.
And you find out. Like, I don't know. Personally, I like.
Remember, this is not Brotherhood. This is the
yeah.
original
So
one.
if you like Brotherhood, I actually think everyone should watch this. The difference is, I have a video about this. I do not think this show is a shonen. It hits differently. It feels differently. It's a lot more serious and a bit more adult. The beginning of the show is roughly the same. And I mean, there's a lot of different beats, but around episode 24 is where there's a big shift.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth watching. Yeah.
No, I mean, it became just mid. Like,
Gotcha.
It's passable.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay,
Next was,
that's
you
the
gotta
one.
do it again because we talk about Golden Time.
I don't know if this is too high or too low. And I think that's why I gave it a 7. Because
fine.
Golden Time is a show where you just described about falling off. Because if there's a show that fell off, Golden Time is another very few slice I have on my show.
Yeah.
One of the things I liked about it is that they're not kids; they're in college.
Yeah.
It's about people dating in college, and I'm not going to go through the whole plot of it.
Yeah.
But it's just a slice of life about this couple that gets together around episode 3 or 4, something like that, and then they're just kind of going through the motion of being in a
I
relationship.
can sum up the plot really quick. So this guy enters college with his friend, and they're happy to see each other because I think it's been a while. Then this beautiful woman just walks up with like a bouquet of roses and beats the shit out of his friend, and she just storms off. And his friend and the guy goes, "Who was that?" His friends are like, "Oh, that was my ex." But we're not together anymore. And then he goes, "Dude, I have a crush," and then it goes from there. But
Yeah.
no, I thought it was really cool. It was refreshing to see because not since Genshin have I seen like an anime where like it's slice of life and this dumb kid antics, but they're still adults. But at the same time, they're like young adults, so they're still getting to dumb kid antics.
And it's a healthy relationship for a while, and it was kind of refreshing to see. They did a lot of.
You see it from multiple angles. Like, you see it from like the personal perspective, the friends' outside perspective, the parents' outside perspective.
God, the episode where they try to have sex was my favorite thing. That was so good. The problem with the show, though, like I would honestly give the show like an 8.5. The episode 19. I'm not going to talk about it, but something so stupid happens. Yeah, where we came up with a verb for it. It's not good at the end, and which is why a lot of people think the show's like a 5 at best. And I get it, I completely get it, because that ending.
Does Mal rank it like closer to that?
I'll have to check.
Okay, because I don't think a lot of people consider it a 5.
Well, we'll see.
Well, I say you check it later, but
let's see what's.
I
Next?
think it's great, and that's funny. It's funny how you feel about it and how I feel about it. I sing it, you think it's like, but ultimately we both did the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Fruits of Kasai, I think.
Yep, that's Fruits of Kasai.
I
really liked it. It's passable. It's okay.
I don't remember the show. I know we just talked about it too.
It is a weird show. It's about a kid who's technically a hitman who kind of goes undercover, and he just at a school and he just makes friends with it's almost a harem, but not quite.
No, it is a harem.
It's weird.
Because it's a visual novel, isn't it? I'm sorry,
it is a visual novel, but
yeah.
He doesn't like. Well, I mean, it goes by route, so you only really end up with one. But it's not like Tenchi, where it's like, oh, I love them all or whatever. It gets weird.
Yeah, I don't. I remember the show.
Yeah.
A little bit, but I don't remember enough about it to actually talk about it. Mal gave Golden Time a 7.7.
Wow, you really went and changed.
I was very curious. Mal gave Golden Time a 7.7 average.
Yeah, so people don't think it's a 5, it's a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm surprised. Okay.
Yeah. But I like Fruits of Kasai. The only reason why I hadn't watched any of the other series is because I did hear the visual novels were better, so I actually got my hands on all the visual novels, but I haven't played them.
Welcome to anime.
Yeah. Next. High School of the Dead! You gave it a 4?
You know, here's the thing. So here's the funny thing. So, our friend Mike.
Wow, just throwing his name out there.
Yes, because so our friend, I wanted to get him to 100. No, I think this was you for him. It was either you or 100. I can't remember. So he said, "You know what? I'll watch that entire show if you sit down with me and rewatch High School of the Dead." And I've already watched this show like years before I met you guys. So I said, sure, we'll do it. So we sat down in one sitting and watched the whole show. And then he said, how did you feel? I said, you know what? I'm going to move my score from a 3 to a 4. The show is bad, but it was slightly more entertaining than I thought. And the funny thing is, he said, I'm moving mine from a 10 to a 9. So I thought it was a little bit better on second viewing. He thought it was a little bit worse.
That's amazing.
I think this show is still kind of bad.
I loved it. This was another college jam when I first entered that we all just got into all at once. Not the anime, the manga. Because I actually spent a lot of time in that high school in the manga. Because it was monthly to bi-monthly. Like we would see it like every 6 to 8 weeks. We would see it like 6 to 8 weeks. And then when we left, it was like, well, is it over? What's going to happen? And then it just keeps going on.
Yeah.
It goes on even much further in the manga. And the one thing I just don't like is it's a shame because it can't continue. The creator had passed away.
Yeah.
So, because it just stops in.
Yeah.
It had just wrapped up like a major arc. I really do want to get another season because they have enough for one more season. They really do, and it will be like a self-contained story because there's a part where they actually end up in a mall, like Dawn of the Dead.
Mall of the Dead.
Well, no, Dawn of the Dead takes place.
No, I'm saying for the next.
Oh well. And they even introduce a new character who's a police officer, and she's really awesome.
Actually, we're probably creeping up on a 15-year mark, or maybe even 20-year now. Actually,
it's more than 10, but
yeah.
Well, it came out in I want to say 2000. Well, the manga came out in 2007. So, probably. But, no, I love the show. The show's great. It does not take itself seriously, so neither should you.
Yeah, I think for me, even though it didn't take itself seriously, I don't know. This show just was not for me, but let's see.
Do you like zombie shows? Or movies, even?
No.
There you go.
No, that's not.
I really feel like you need to like it.
Here's the thing. I don't like zombies, and I don't like overly ecchi, so this show is not for me.
Oh, it was perfect for me.
This show came out 2010. So we're creeping up on 15 years.
Yeah.
So they could do it.
All right, what's next? Higurashi. I think you scored the wrong Higurashi.
I don't know. Which one is this? 1, 2, 3, or new?
This is the one that came out in 2006.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you watched this one.
No, here's the thing. I know I didn't finish it because the thing about Higurashi is that every 3 episodes is a different arc.
Yeah.
So I think I finished 4 or 5 arcs and I stopped. So, yeah, 6. That's all I got. Higurashi is a show about some fucked up little kids killing each other because of a curse.
Well, I was going to say, it's more that the town is cursed and they're trying to figure out why it's cursed. But in the midst of it, they all just get, like...
brutally killed.
Yeah.
How many times do you want to see little kids get decapitated or dismembered or maimed? Higurashi.
Yeah. It is more to it, but unfortunately, I can't say any more without going into spoilers. But
they did remake it.
They did, and that's why I was asking which one did you watch.
I started the remake.
I didn't watch the remake because I wanted to finish Kai first before I get into the remake because I was worried that it was going to be a direct sequel. People are telling me it's not, but my own mind, I won't be satisfied until I finish Kai first.
Since there's so many independent stories, I think it's hard to say what's a sequel and not. It's weird without getting into it, like you said, like George said, but it show's fine. If you like gory shows, it's for you. Like Corpse Party, it's not good.
Yeah. But what's next?
Yeah! For a 5, it's the most satisfying 5 I've ever seen.
It's probably my favorite 5. Okay, you don't know why? This is season 1.
Yeah. Ikitosen.
Ikitosen is Romance of the Three Kingdoms, except everyone was big titty martial artists.
Hey, there was a guy there.
Saji?
Yeah.
He ironically was one of my favorite characters. He didn't give a fuck.
Ikitosen is a bad show.
Season 1 of Ikitosen, looking back on it, is a bad show.
And it's the best one.
No, season 2. Season 2 is fantastic. But season 2 also freaking lied to me. And I was super excited when season 2 was coming out because they said we're gonna take things and make it exactly like the manga that was out. Except there's a literal MacGuffin that you hold. As long as you're holding it, you get to break your cannon. So everyone's fighting to break this cannon.
That's so stupid. Okay.
Oh my god. But no, like the actual reason is it does break the canon, but like it changes history of like their namesakes representatives. So that's why like if I have this thing, then I'll be able to like change my fate, and I'm not going to repeat history. But it more or less just changed the story of Ikitosen.
Gotcha.
Like the manga, and it's just
And
like
Final
it was
Fantasy
just so
VII
good.
it.
Kinda. And then ever since then, they stopped even trying to copy the manga. But
Yeah.
so I'm guessing you didn't watch season 2 then?
No, I didn't. No.
Dang, that is the much better one.
Yeah.
So good, Funimation won't take it. You see, it goes right from season 1 to season 3 and then 4.
See, Ikitosen, the only reason I even watched Ikitosen because, again, back then, in the days where anime was so scarce, I mean, I got the Japanese, my friend got, so back in middle school, we used to swap anime DVDs and we were broke. So we would order them on eBay because people would rip them from TV and then resell them. So we would buy them and he's like, hey, I got Ikitosen. Like, hey, I got Oriyashi. Let's swap. So that's how we watched anime back then.
Dude, that's amazing. But I still gotta watch Shin. I still should watch Shin Ikitosen because it still might be good, but I don't think I'm going back to the manga.
I want to accident, but I hit the next one. We only have a few more left, and we're probably going to go for like 6 more minutes.
Okay.
So we have Germangon, and really quick about Germangon.
I'm surprised you don't like it.
No, so
compared to Black Lagoon.
I've talked about this before. I need to rewatch Germangon. So me and my friend, all of us watched it in club, but me and my friend have a very similar take on it. We realized that when this was happening, and it was on in club, we weren't actually paying as much attention to the show. So we kind of got this negative feel of it. So I finished Germangon. One, I couldn't tell you what happened, and two, there's a lot of times where something exciting was happening, but we just weren't really paying attention because we were just loud at that time. I think
the biggest part of it is we only seen season 1 in club. We didn't watch Perfect Order.
I think then I met season 1, part 2 probably then.
You would know if you got to the ending in part 2.
No,
it's a definitive ending.
Okay, then I remember. Yeah. So I think I just need to rewatch Germangon, honestly. So this isn't really a fair score.
Germangon has a thing where, it is a frame by frame exactly like the manga.
I love that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I remember when Germangon season 1 ended, I immediately started picking up the manga, and I loved it, and I finished it. And so when part 2 came around, I was like super, super excited. Like I was talking about like how I talked about Kenny in Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
That's how I was talking about Hex in Germangon. But and I was super excited, but I think everyone dropped it.
Yeah.
And it sucked. But I love Germangon. Well, except maybe our friend Mike. I wonder if he finished it. Because we never talked about it afterwards.
I'm almost positive he finished it.
Yeah, but Germangon's great. It's an 8. I would probably give it a 9 if I watched it again. I should rewatch it. I've seen that show 3 times. I'm ready to watch it a 4th.
I do want to watch Germangon again.
Yeah. Kage-sama, Lover's War.
I started it, didn't finish it. I understand, guys. I know it's great. I know it's like one of the best comedies. I know. I'm on episode like 3. I know. And from the bits I've seen of it, because I've seen the episodes out of context, like when I watch with you guys. It's just on. Mm-hmm. It's hilarious. So I do know I want to watch it. It's not there yet.
Admittedly, I never finished season 2, but or watched the movie because I didn't finish season 2. But no, I love Kage-sama. I watched it on a whim. I'm glad I did. Holy crap!
Yeah, I'm sure this is under watching for me. So yeah. I know it's good.
What's next? Keijo! Yeah.
So here's the thing. I can't remember if I was watching this and talking to you. I can't remember if you were here for Keijo.
I was not.
Okay, so it wasn't you. It was one of our other friends. We were watching it, and they said something to the tune of, if you drop this show, you should not be allowed to rank it. I said, you know what? Just for that, I'm going to finish this show so I can rank this so you can't say shit. So I finished all of Keijo out of spite. Because I knew by episode 1 the show was not for me. Keijo is a sport battle anime.
Yeah, it is. How do they battle, Moses?
Because they battle with their asses. They literally...
It's a bit more than that, but yes.
No, okay, sure.
One of the characters literally has a move called titty hypnosis.
I forgot about that. I didn't. Keijo is what people...
So it's water sumo.
No, Keijo is what people that don't watch anime think all anime is about.
That is pretty apt. You're just missing a monster. But yeah, that's pretty apt. Oh my god.
You know those memes where like, you're watching a battle anime and then that one scene shows up and then that's the one where your parents walk in on? That's just Keijo all the time.
Yeah.
Keijo.
Remember the scene where they
Gates of Babylon?
No, before that, where her entire team offered up their literal asses to help add to the Gates of Babylon.
Or Unlimited Assworks,
Oh man.
where they made fun of Fate in that one, where it's just unlimited asses coming out of yeah.
I freaking love it. Where is Keijo season 2? Where is Keijo season 2?
In the trash where it belongs.
What's next? Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill.
9, huh?
Really?
That's high. Kill la Kill was one of those.
Kill la Kill was the summer jam at that year. I fucking love Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill.
I don't know if I would give it a 9 now though.
Was so everywhere.
It was.
I think it's overrated.
That was one of the quicker shows that actually got to Toonami.
Yeah.
After I finished.
I finished Keijo well after it was done because I needed the hype to die down.
Mm-hmm.
So I binged it, and I was like, okay, it's a good show, but my God, Kill la Kill's fine.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it. It's a good show. I just don't. Again,
It had a great beginning, middle, end, and then one shot story. You're done. You don't have to go back to it again.
That's true.
Until they went back to it in a video game.
I forgot about that.
That video game's not great.
I
mean, I would say it's more Kill la Kill, but the whole time it's from Satsuki's point of view, and you think you would want that? Not really.
I think I actually like Keijo in the back half more than. Oh, I think it was the front half more than the back half. I can't remember.
For Keijo or Kill la Kill?
Sorry, I said Keijo. Kill la Kill. Where's Keijo season 2? In the trash where it belongs. Okay, let's do 2 more.
Okay.
Let's do 3 more. Because I already know what with this one and the next one is.
Chat, let me tell you a tale.
This
is about the Steel Angel Kurumi.
Steel Angel Kurumi.
I had told almost no one that I watched the show. Not necessarily because I was ashamed of it.
Which you should
It's just because I didn't think anyone ever watched it. Until I met this guy. I don't know how the name appeared. But we had both seen Steel Angel Kurumi.
You know what? I can tell you why it appeared. Because we were both talking about a box set that we sold. And then we realized we sold the same box set.
Yeah, I'm convinced that we actually bought and sold each other the same box set. Through third parties. But Steel Angel Kurumi... This is hard to talk about. What is Steel Angel Kurumi?
Steel Angel Kurumi is a show about a android that was a battle android that was made in the shape of a maid, and they're called Steel Angels.
Yeah,
and they're
meant to be like military projects.
Yep,
and
they're supposed to
use the what's it called? The Angel Heart Mark II. Or something
yeah,
like that?
she's the Mark II Angel Heart.
Yeah.
And
that gives her outrageous abilities.
One person's supposed to command her, then the little boy accidentally activates her, and that's her master now.
How do you activate her, Moses?
With the kiss.
Yep.
It's such
you said you liked that theme song. Do you remember what the theme song's called?
Oh no, that theme song is fire.
Yeah, but do you remember what it's called?
I don't care.
It's a miracle that starts with a kiss,
it's
Moses.
Such a that opening is better than that show deserves. The show was a 6, and I think that's high.
They are 10-minute episodes.
Yeah.
And there's 24 episodes, so you get through it in the span of 6 anime.
6 episodes, yeah. The show's not good. And here's the thing. That 8, is not. And objectively, that score is way too high.
I had a lot of fun watching this.
Objectively, that score is way too high.
I told you, my scores are about my personal feelings, and I had a lot of fun. Karinka's my favorite character.
Talking about this makes me want to drop it.
She is the most vulgar, foul-mouthed character of the Steel Angels. She fucking hates everything, and she will curse you out like none other. I fucking love her. That show's crazy. It's weird and I love it.
My brother's reaction to the ending is one of my favorite memories of that. I feel like I was telling you this the other day. Because the ending, I'll spoil the ending a little bit because no one's gonna watch it. Mm-hmm. But what's it called? I mean, the main girl was turning evil. Big destruction thing happening. No one can stop her. She's the strongest one. My brother's watching it on the edge of his seat, and I was in the other room and I didn't want to watch it again. But I was in the other room and I'm watching him and kind of excited. I'm hearing him excited for this, and then he just yells, "A kiss!" Because he calms down the main threat by just getting butt naked and kissing her. And then that's the end of the show.
I actually don't remember that.
I remember because
I thought that's how the whole thing started.
That's how it ends. My brother storms out of the room saying, "A butt naked kiss." The show is not good. It's not quality. Don't watch it. Listen to the opening.
You should watch it.
And then next is season 2. Oh God, Encore's.
Encore's first.
Okay, Encore's actually good. It's OVAs.
It's 3 OVAs. I only like the third one.
The game?
No, the one with Karinka.
No, there's one where they play a game. I like that one.
I don't remember that one.
Oh,
it's
4 episodes.
Is it 4?
Yeah. Oh, you might have missed.
I thought it was one for each one, or each of the.
No, there's one where they play, where all the old Steel Angel crew, all the old crew, Steel Angels come back. They all play a game because they want to fight for the guy.
I don't remember that. The only episode I remember is Karinka is just like, because she hates trying to compete for the main guy, so she actually goes on a date with another dude.
It's funny, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily end badly, but she was like, well, this is a waste of time. I still feel the same feeling, so I'm just going to go back to the thing.
Huh. So I know I've seen everything Kurumi, so here's the thing. I would say watch the OVAs, but the problem is, get constantly the OVAs, you need to watch the anime.
You're not gonna get
so
it.
don't watch any of it.
Yeah, but I remember the thing I remember the most about it is the DVD commentary of it, because for especially specifically for Encore, it was the voice actresses for the main girls.
I remember you telling me
yeah,
about that.
And they're just. I wouldn't say they're ripping on it, but they're just like having fun. I swear, like every time I listen to it, it sounds like they have like a giant bottle of wine and they're drinking more and more as it goes on. They're just having a ball, and I love listening to it. The commentary is just as good as the show.
Steel Angel is a product of its time.
And the last one is we didn't rank part 2.
No, I did. I don't think you did.
That is funny.
Well, part 2's a 3.
All right, well this is Madoka Magica.
Oh, we're ending on Madoka.
Okay.
All right, yeah, Madoka's.
Wait, no, you said you want to do 3 more.
Okay, sure. Like, we can do one more after it then.
Well, no, because we did Kurumi twice.
No, I knew Kurumi was going to show up multiple times.
Oh, okay.
But actually, let's do this. Are there a lot of M's? Maybe we should just finish the M's.
Okay.
Let's finish the M's.
Yeah.
Madoka.
Yeah, it's great.
Madoka's amazing.
This year we should be finally getting a sequel to the movie. After 10 years.
Don't we say that like all the time? Because that movie was announced a while ago.
No, that was announced like, what was it? December.
Was it?
I thought it was.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was announced a while ago.
Oh.
Maybe we just expected it because the movie needed a sequel.
Well, they're doing it, and it's been more than 10 years, but they're doing it.
This movie, this show,
yeah,
the show is fantastic. Everyone should watch it.
It takes a twist on the magical girl.
Episode
genre.
3.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: everyone knows what the fuck this is. Like honestly, like for the most part, unless you're a younger anime fan, I would say anyone over the age of 23 probably knows what the fuck Madoka is.
Probably.
Yeah, Madoka is a great show.
They didn't necessarily play it everywhere.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The show's about magical girls. I'm not going to get into like the actual plot.
It takes the magical genre and they just kind of turns it on its head. Kind of like what Precure did, but in a darker tone.
Give it to episode 3. Here's the thing. Do not, and I can't say this enough, do not drop the show before episode 3. Because I was going to drop it in episode 2. And everyone said, one more. One more. So just give it to episode 3. If you don't like 3 and 4, you're probably not going to watch it. But give it to 3.
Yeah. All right, what was next then? Michiko no
What's that?
Michiko no Hatchin.
Oh shit, we didn't finish it.
No, I know I finished it. I didn't rank it.
Okay, so
that show's fantastic.
You showed me the show.
I did.
The show's great. I didn't finish
it.
It's
great. It's fantastic. You didn't finish it?
No, we were watching it together.
So good.
I think we got to episode like 6 or 7. I love the show.
It was fantastic. Think
Cowboy
Bebop, but not in space, but in
think about
South
one of the
America.
planets. Think about it on one of the planets, and they're just trying to make a living.
Yeah, it's not one of the planets. It's South America.
I mean, I was talking about the way of Cowboy Bebop, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, no, because like the feel, the music of it reminds me a lot of Cowboy Bebop. The main character, it's just a more badass Faye, if you ask me. I think Michiko's way cooler than Faye.
Yeah, I like her better.
The straight man of the group, Hatchin, is just so funny. It's about a duo that's trying to find Hatchin's father. It's Michiko and Hatchin. They're trying to find his father, and they go across is it Brazil or Mexico?
I thought it was Brazil, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, they're just traveling all around, and they're just trying to find this guy. Because Michiko was Hatchin's father's lover, and but she doesn't know who Hatchin is. so she's looking for him for answers. And they have to run it from like cartels, other gangsters, the law, a whole bunch of people just to try and find this guy.
Yeah, it has a nice Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop feel to it. It has a lot of style.
It's fantastic. I love it. But honestly, I would give this a 9.
For what I've seen, I give it an 8 so far, but I haven't seen much. But what I've seen, I give it an 8. I love it.
It's so good. What's next?
Yeah,
Nikki!
Future Diary. Mirror Nikki is goddamn near perfect.
It's so good. This is another one.
It's a battle. It's a what's the word?
Death game.
Yes, death game battle anime. It takes a nice twist on it. The cell
This is another one where it's frame by frame.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I read the manga like almost 3-4 years before the anime even got announced.
Oh, okay.
And I was super excited. I got everyone I knew into it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
This show's great.
Yeah, it's about a guy who likes to just make a diary of things that he does in his day, and then he has an imaginary friend named Deus, and he would just like kind of talk to him like in his head. Until one day, he's just like, "Wait, I didn't want to talk to you. Where am I?" And it turns out it's like, "Oh, by the way, you call me Deus Ex Machina because you think I'm like some god. Guess what? I am a god.
Yeah.
And I want to retire. So, but I can't just give it to you. I can't play favorite. So all these candidates, including you, are all up in line to be the next god of the world. Kill each other. Whoever's the last one standing wins."
Yeah, and each of them has a cell phone that they look at, and the
Yeah.
cell phone gives them a different kind of.
So the diary, it's all the diaries because
Yeah.
it's not always just a cell phone. The
I
diaries
guess,
is
I guess that's true.
yeah, the diary is supposed to like kind of predict the future, and what it does is you know, if you just like how predictive text works,
Yeah.
it's like that to an extreme.
Yeah, each of-
so like it tells you like because it depends on what kind of diary you wrote, it tells you the future. So this guy will just write diaries about his diary
Randomly.
about things about around himself. So he would get like future updates about things that's happening around him.
I thought he had the random diary.
He calls it the random diary because he just writes about things that's around him. But it's just he just looks around and sees what's around him.
Yeah.
The main
girl.
lead, the main female lead, has a huge crush, like
Yandere.
stalker-ish, Leandere crush on him. So her diary is everything about him.
Yeah.
And it goes on and on. There's one where he has a diary about his dogs. There's one about the compound that she lives on. And yeah, they have to work together. Well, not together. The couple works together to try to make it so that they're the last ones alive.
It's a great show. Like
fantastic.
I think I recommend this kind of almost all across the anime genre.
Yeah.
Everyone should watch Future
It is a
Diary.
hard 9. It's been a few years. I kind of want to watch it again.
Yeah, I know. It's gory as hell. It's great. Yeah, watch the Blu-ray edits.
Yeah. Well, that's because when it first came out, it was just like badly animated.
I mean, they have a lot of like white lines and black spots.
I mean, there's that too, but it was just in general badly animated.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but now I don't even think the TV edits even exist anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but okay. Monogatari season 2. Okay, yeah, I didn't finish season 2.
Neither did I.
Okay, so I'll move on. Neko Monogatari. I did finish this one. This was technically season 2. I don't know why they made this its own thing.
Because it's OVA.
Oh wait, it was an OVA.
Yeah, it was OVA.
But there was like 8 episodes.
I get
you
confused in all of them.
So it's funny because Nekomonogatari is about Tsubasa, and Tsubasa is my second favorite character.
Is this the B one or the?
No, it's the cat.
Oh,
Nekomonogatari.
Neko.
Yeah.
Stupid. Right. Okay, I do remember this.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot too.
Oh, when the ends.
Oh, so I guess it'll be the last one.
All right. Yeah, no.
Actually, I'm sorry. I'm curious. I just want to know what the one after this one is, because the next one's going to be white. Oh, no, it's not. It's Evangelion!
Oh, because we didn't. It was
Neon Genesis Evangelion. We already talked
Yeah.
about that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
So
sorry.
you gave it an 8.
I did.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
One
That's-
more. Nisa Monogatari.
Another one that's not.
I guess yeah. I feel like we talked about all the Gataris, so
Yes.
I just want to see what the next one is. That's not a No Game No Life. Okay, we can end on this.
Yeah, we can end on No Game No Life. I'll tell you right now, I've seen No Game No Life. I watched it all in one sitting. I do not remember the show. I like flat out. Like I remember when we were talking about like a year or two ago, and I was just like, outside of episode 3, I don't remember. I do not remember the show that much.
They play games.
I know, yeah, and they're really good at games, and they're the best at it, and they can't beat each other. That Infinite Draw was hilarious. They kept trying to do rock, paper, scissors, or like that card game. They had to do 2 out of 3. No one can get 2 in a row. I remember it being a fun show. I remember it being pretty cheeky. I remember it being funny. They had a Persona reference.
They had a lot of references.
Yeah, they had a
They
lot
had
of
a JoJo reference.
I wouldn't have
shows
shows
I saw with a JoJo reference.
But yeah, I remember the show being good.
Yeah, no, I really liked the show. Although honestly, I remember this being a show that I just picked up. I don't know, no one really recommended it to me, but I do also remember that everyone really liked it and they wouldn't shut up about it.
Yep.
But it was almost to the point where it was annoying. But
Yeah.
I remember just watching it and this show is actually pretty good. But
Very neon and bright colored.
yeah, it is.
It's a little jarring to me at first. Honestly, it took me like 3 episodes to get used to it.
I didn't think it was that bad, but never saw the movie. I want to see the movie.
Right, keep forgetting it's a movie. Everyone keeps asking for season 2. I think that's kind of finally calmed down. But no, this was
Took us 2 hours to get this far. That's fine. Honestly, we're almost done.
I know, but I can't.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll continue this probably next week Sunday, and then we'll maybe do something else after.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
perfect. Yeah, so this was what
I don't know
Untitled.
if you have I don't know if you have an outro that you want to do. Like, do you want to? Well, I mean, you're on the channel, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you know where to watch his stuff.
Yep.
I don't know if I want you to find my stuff yet. So, if you know, you know.
I still do a lot of Dragon Ball content. I do a lot of anime content and a lot of manga stuff. And I know My Hero's they're gonna be back on break next week, so I'm doing a review about last chapter.
It's funny that you're saying that because right as you're saying that, I was like, oh wait, today's Sunday. I should look for a new My Hero chapter. And then you just said he's on break. It's like, right.
Yes. Yep. So click the bell notification and stay subscribed for more random and sometimes not random anime content.